Hello and welcome back to more Persona 5 Strikers, where last time we took on the Lockkeeper for Natsume's jail, and today we are going to be finally... I have not yet taken a look at this magnificent castle, and oh my god, it is far more menacing and glorious than I actually gave it credit for. I had not previously taken the time to actually admire how the castle looks, and it is... wow, that's awesome. Okay, so, as I was saying, we took on the Lockkeeper, and now we are ready to face off against Natsume himself and conclude this little story arc for him. Now, thing is, don't actually know how this is going to go because Atlus' battle kind of kicked our ass into the ground. We're hoping that we'll have better luck this time now that we kind of know what we're doing a bit better, but I make no promises, so let's just go in and see how badly we get our rear ends handed to us on a silver platter this time around. After, of course, we sit through this loading screen. Which could just be the tagline for this whole LP at this point, after this loading screen.
You certainly took your time, Phantom Thieves. Or should I say, chosen heroes.
About time we met, eh, Mr. Overlord?
We're gonna give back all those desires you stole.
Such foolishness! You haven't the slightest idea of what you've just walked into.
That appearance, it stands. This is no doubt the Overlord from Prince of Nightmares.
He certainly gives off that impression, but weren't the fearsome four just dressed like normal people?
Yeah, thinking about it, those guys didn't get much love from the author, did they?
You've come all this way, only to fall right into my trap. This world belongs to me and me alone. It takes shape solely according to my design. Here, the Overlord rains justice upon the holier-than-thou heroes who would dare brand him as evil. Here you are nothing more than flies to be swatted. I'll enjoy hearing those filthy screams as you atone for your transgressions.
That's bold for someone who stole others' desires just to satisfy their own selfish wants.
Yeah, if you're really the Overlord, ain't this the part where you get your ass kicked?
Tell me, how many of my demon brethren have you slaughtered while spouting such despicable hypocrisies?
Wow, this guy's reading right from the handbook, isn't he?
Enough of this. It's time we fought, no matter how brave a facade you put on. It's clear you're just afraid of losing that hollow throne you're so proud of.
What was that?
Your reign is not but an illusion. Allow us to show you the truth.
I'm sick and tired of everyone looking down on me. Yes, the time has come for my true power.
Alright, what...
But you shall witness my final form!
what horrible, despicable monster are you gonna turn into? Oh, it's just a dragon. Okay, it's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's gonna be painful to fight, but that's cool. That's a cool form. See, Alice's form gave me nightmares. This form just looks cool. I can handle something that looks cool. Not so much. It looks like if you gave Figment gold armor. Which, by the way, if you waited in that 7-hour line to get a Figment popcorn bucket, you're insane.
Dare to challenge the great Overlord himself! Imbeciles! I will feast upon your bones!
Holy crap, a dragon! Be careful, guys. This one's really tough.
Alright, well, step 1, hold still. Do this, thank you. Step 2, switch to Ryuji, and then buff everybody on our team, starting with you. Do that. Now do it again for you. There we go. And quickly, only 2 more to go. Do for Joker. Good, very good. Oh no, now what? Okay, that's cool. He's on fire, whatever, I don't care. It's fine, we can deal with that. If he's on fire, we can put him out with ice. Yeah, I get it, I got it. Thanks, game, you didn't need to do that. I get it. If he's on fire, we can put him out with ice. Okay, got it, understood. Okay. Now then, switch to you. What are you weak to? Okay, you're weak to Bless. Good, do that. Let's just do that again. There we go. Do it. Okay, what else can we do? Okay, move to the thing. Move to the thing. Knock him down. Freeze him. I don't think that worked out as well as I wanted to. Oh, but I can do this. I can do this to throw it at him. So that appeared to completely knock the wind out of your sails. And then we're gonna freeze you. Oh, you're not so bad. Oh, you're not so tough. I shouldn't have done that twice. That was a complete waste. You know, I'm starting to think you're not so bad. I'm starting to think that you may actually not be all that bad after all. Let's do that just for good measure. Okay, this might have made things a bit too. Okay, hold on. No, don't move over there. I don't want to detonate this. Get off. Move to him and throw that way. Yeah, there. Do that. And then just spam attack. Oh, I didn't want to. Well, I guess we can throw that. I guess we may as well just throw all of them at him. And then mash attack. And can we? Oh, you're weak to ice too, are you? Okay, you're weak to that. Do one more. Yeah, you're not even kind of trying to put up a fight. Actually, you're honestly not even trying. This is kind of pathetic, actually. I really expected more. I expected a significantly tougher defense than this. But you are just not even trying, my dude. You're not even kind of trying, actually. You're just lying on the ground. He's just given up. He's just completely and totally given up on everything. He's already almost at half health. Now, granted, when we inevitably run out of SP, that might make things a bit tougher, but for the time being, we're doing alright. We're doing A-okay. Okay, now what? Okay, not sure what happened there, but we'll just throw that your way. Mash attack. There we go. What is this? What's the thing over there? Okay, one more? Sure. Just keep the one mores coming. We'll also get a bless attack in there, because we know you're weak to bless. Do this. One more. Switch to you to double up for the ice attack. Ice combo. Like, he's not even trying. He's just sitting there and taking it. He's just... I mean, obviously it's because he's frozen right now, but even when he's not frozen, he's not really trying all that hard. He's just kind of letting it happen like, yeah, this is my fate. This is what I resign myself to. He's just not even trying.
Is that all you got, rats? Those with talent are always being dragged down by those without. How can you be so ignorant?
Maybe this is the part where he kicks my ass, because he hasn't done that yet. Well, maybe now that we've fully pissed, I didn't aim that well at all. Okay, this might be the part where he finally kicks my ass. Actually, well, maybe not. Actually, the all attack might deal something to you. Is it gonna kill him? No, but it's gonna almost kill him. Okay, follow it up with a bit of that. Throw the sword monument at him, and mash attack. Throw in a bless skill. Switch to Yusuke. By the way, I like that I didn't mention this before, but I like that the party members are all easily identifiable because they all have a different color shading, so that you can, I don't have to look at the individual characters and be like, okay, who like look for the face to see who I'm looking for. I can just look at, oh, blue for ice attacks or yellow for lightning attacks, and I can just know at a glance what I'm looking for. I don't have to stop and look for long, because in the heat of battle, sometimes all I need to know is what type of attack am I looking for, and I don't have the time to stop and look for specifically who I'm trying to switch to. So that's a very cool detail that I am very pleased they added in. Also, he's dead. He doesn't survive this at all. This is the finishing blow. And you know what? Just for overkill, let's showtime him. We don't need to showtime him, but let's do it just for overkill. Just to add insult to injury, let's use Yusuke's showtime. Just to, did I say add insult to overkill? Add insult to injury, just for a little bit of overkill. Wow, so that was like a million times easier than the first battle. Granted, it's probably because my armor and weapons are better and I know what I'm doing more. But still, like, Atlus was constantly hopping all over the place trying to kill us. He just kind of stood there and took it. It's like, yeah, you can beat me if you want, I guess. So, I mean, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. So, no complaints from me.
Mr. Overlord?
Wait! We can rule this world together! You can have half! My mantle! My magic armor! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
Is that his true form? Looks like it. So in the end, even his identity was just a cheap imitation.
It's over, Ango Natsume.
You're just a bunch of stupid kids! You don't know how much I've suffered! It's not too late for me! I've still got my reputation as a writer! I've won an award! I've sold books! It's not too late! It's never too late!
And that's good enough for you? This fame you've acquired through deception and the brainwashing of others. Is that truly what you wanted? What was the real reason you started writing novels?
I mean, damn it! Damn it! I tried. I really tried. Just like everyone else. I read and read all through the night. Hours on end, like my life depended on it. And for what? Nothing I wrote was ever mine. It was just another work from Sogo Natsume's grandson. No one ever acknowledged my effort. Not my work. Not even me. No matter where I look, all I see is a bunch of thoughtless idiots. Slaves to appearances and nothing more. Acknowledge me, damn it. Acknowledge Ango Natsume's efforts for once. I just want someone to see that I really tried.
I do. It's very clear just how much work you've put into writing your novels. A life led by creativity is almost always a lonely one, no matter your profession. You were battling that loneliness. You braced yourself, pouring your very soul into your writing, bringing it to your publisher time and time again. I will gladly acknowledge such effort and determination. There are many out there who would give up that battle. Even those of exceptional skill and creativity. To be able to continuously bring life to new works without giving up, however. That is perhaps the most exceptional talent of all. There was once a time when you kept fighting. That is one part of your career that could never be labeled a fabrication. So start over, Ango Natsume. Claw your way back up from nothing and move forward. After all, there are some things that simply cannot be painted without a blank canvas. It is because everyone believed in me that I was able to choose the path I walk today. I stopped lying to myself and was able to begin anew. So it is now my turn to pay it forward. Even if I'm the only one in the world to do so, I will believe in you.
Stupid kid. Talking my damn ear off. But you're right. This identity of mine was built on nothing but lies. I don't need it anymore. I'll do it. I'll climb my way back up. And I'll do it on my own strength. I'll write a novel that'll capture the hearts of countless readers, just like my grandfather before me. I'll write something I can be proud of. To everyone, I swear it!
Good. And I'll be looking forward to the day I get to read it.
You know, I really am stupid. How did I let myself forget? I know now what it is I really wanted.
The cage is collapsing. Come on, we're leaving.
Okay, so on the one hand, yes, it's good that they gave Yusuke that moment for his character development. But on the other hand, I'm starting to see how this game's gonna play out, because I didn't really think much of it first off, or in the first jail, but Ann was the one who stood by Alice's side there and was like her basically all the moments with Alice were experienced tangentially through one of the On.
Looks like it's over for now.
Like, so for instance, when we confronted her at the studio, or in the final scene where they were talking together, it was linked to the villain was linked to a character from the Phantom Thieves, and that's where the development stemmed from, and it was the same thing here. Yusuke was the one who was the bridge between us and the villain, and basically no one else mattered. And I'm starting to get the sense that's how the rest of the game's gonna play out, and I also get the sense it's gonna happen in the exact same order that it happened in the first game, because the way it went in the first game was on Yusuke, Makoto, Futaba, although Futaba was the palace, not so much a person. You know what I mean? Futaba was the fourth one. Then the dreaded Okumura Palace with Haru. In fact, they're actually listed. They're situated here in the exact same order that going counterclockwise. It goes ignoring Ryuji on Yusuke, Makoto, Futaba, Haru. And I'm starting to get a sense that each palace or each jail in this game is going to be centered around a villain who they try to link to the Phantom Thieves through one of these characters, and that's their means of giving them more development, and that essentially no one else matters in that moment. So, not sure, because if it does end up being just in the same order as it was first time around, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's an interesting choice you've made, but we'll see how it plays out, I suppose.
Mission complete. I wonder if everyone's desires have been returned yet.
Probably. They all went flying out of the cage after all.
Maybe we should check on the people back in town, just to be safe. Good idea. That said, the jail didn't disappear this time either. Now I'm sure of it. Jails really aren't the same as palaces.
You can keep telling me that, but it's a distinction. They're essentially a distinction without a difference.
Well, we can worry about it later.
Indeed. Let's go.
Hey. I feel as though I'm restless right now. Do you know what this is? I'm not sure what's wrong. Natsume tried his hardest, but somewhere along the way, he lost sight of what mattered to him. He is a strange person, Natsume. Yes, he did say he would climb back up. Yusuke said Natsume lost his way because he was alone. Whenever I think about that, I feel restless inside. Even though Natsume hurt a lot of people and was, for some time, one of our enemies. What is this feeling? The same as Yusuke? I see. So that's why Yusuke saved Natsume. It was because Natsume's reason for doing all those terrible things was really sad. I think I understand now. Sadness can hurt people, but it can also save them. It can give humans a reason to support one another.
May I recommend a movie to you called Inside Out?
You can count on me. Okay, we should probably get going.
So, you know how I was all excited for the Tanabata festival that's coming up? My boyfriend says he's already got plans.
Oh, by the way, did you ever finish reading that manga I lent you? I got someone else who wants to borrow it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it worked.
Yeah. Doesn't look like anyone's talking about Natsume anymore.
Then, all's as it should be. Obtaining fame through some deceptive power doesn't fit his image.
This wouldn't have been possible without you being there to open his eyes, Yusuke.
You really took charge today, Inari.
And I'm guessing Makoto will take charge next time. And then after that, Futaba will take charge the time after that. And then after that, Haru will take charge. And by the time we're done with that, will it be time for Sophia to take charge? Because she'll be the only one that's left. And then if we go... I'm guessing that's how that's gonna turn out. But we'll see how that goes.
Yep, it was all thanks to the divine grace of the oh-so-benevolent Inari. Praise be to him.
Thank you, everyone.
I can feel a strong bond with my friends. So this wasn't exactly what I meant when I would.
Not finished just yet. You must confirm whether the change of heart was a success.
So when I said more character development for the Phantom Thieves, I wasn't referring to them imparting the same lessons they once learned onto someone else of their similar stature. I was referring to more just within their own group development for them, not so much just outwardly projecting their issues and their solutions onto someone else who's going through something similar to them. I can't say that that'll be the case for all of the jails, but a pattern is starting to form. We'll see what happens after the next jail, is all I'll have to say there, I guess.
We'll just have to wait and see how things turn out.
In fact, now that I think about it, that's probably why so many things were actually weak to ice. I don't know why I didn't. That's why so many things are weak to ice in that palace or that jail, because they want you to use Yusuke. Because that's his. Yep, that's. Okay.
Good idea. We can freshen up a little before we head back to the car.
You heard him, Sophia. It's all you.
Okay, I'll find the best bathhouse in the area.
Alright then. Yeah, so generally speaking, that jail was infinitely better than the first one. It wasn't even close. That was so much more fun to explore.
I've called this press conference to give an announcement, as well as a formal apology. First, my novel, Prince of Nightmares, was recently bestowed the honor of receiving first place in the Sokaisha Awards. I have decided to give the award back. I've also decided to recall all published copies, not to mention take the necessary steps to refund everyone's money. I'm sure you all want to know my reasons for doing so. The truth is, my book, Prince of Nightmares, only won because of my status as Sogo Natsume's grandson. In short, the competition was fixed. In addition, I've also stolen the work of countless other authors, word for word. Lastly, the story I told about writing to inspire a hospitalized girl was nothing but a lie to garner sympathy. This fabrication allowed my book to sell a number of copies it nowhere near deserved. I wish to apologize for this scandal, and I'll start by personally seeing to it that everyone who bought my book is refunded. I promise my writing career ends here. I am deeply sorry for all that I've done. To all of you.
Hold on, Mr. Natsume. What do you think you're doing?
Hey, time to wrap it up. Get everyone out of here, now!
Please, don't interfere. This is my way of taking responsibility.
Very kind of you to wait until he completely finished his speech to start taking an issue with the speech in question.
Hey, something doesn't seem right here. Mr. Natsume's the one who put this thing together, right?
Do you think the editors were just trying to profit off Mr. Natsume's family name?
Hey!
Who are you?
I will not allow this.
You were the one from the party. I'm so sorry for what I said back then.
I will not allow you to cower and run away, Ango Natsume. You intend to make a comeback, do you not? When you do return to the literary world, I want to see a book with your name on it, not your grandfather's. You are going to write a novel that you can be proud of, are you not?
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Where are they supposed to be?
Once everything is rightfully resolved, I will make my return. Even if there's just one person out there waiting to read my stories. No matter what, I will keep writing. I only hope I can one day save someone's soul the way my grandfather's novel saved mine when I was young. That is why I write.
Sheesh, you kids are something else. Barging in on a press conference like that?
My apologies. It was imperative that I speak with him.
It's fine. Alright, well, I gotta run. I have to go question Natsume.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't end with just an apology.
Senkichi's really doing his job. It's almost like he's an actual cop or something.
I am an actual cop. Anyway, it won't take long, so go on and wait for me back at the car.
Guess we should get rolling then.
Right. We'll leave the rest to him.
Do you have a moment? Something about Natsume's been bothering me. What he did was no doubt unforgivable. Nothing will change that. However, was he really like Madarame? Can he truly be called evil like the palace rulers we confronted in the past? Had he simply ignored his editors, would he have strayed from his path?
Well, considering the fact that your mother's death is a result of Madarame, and to my knowledge, no one died at the hands of Natsume, people just wasted their money and time and dedication. I don't think they're even remotely comparable, but, you know.
Or am I perhaps just sympathizing with someone who pursues the arts like myself?
I think we got that, Yusuke.
I see. You're right. That's probably the best stance to take for now. Forgive me, I didn't mean to hold you up. We should return to the car as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Again, what I was thinking, because basically my thought process there was, hey, this is a nice moment to give to Yusuke. This really makes sense for his character, and then I thought about it, I'm like, wait. Yeah, it makes sense for his character as the person who, as the artist who would most relate to this, and then I thought back to the first journal, I'm like, wait. An was also the person who would relate to that character. Wait, that's the same order that we went in the first game. Wait, is that going to be the whole game, going jail by jail, tackling characters in the same order they were tackled in the first game? Just imparting the same lesson they learned onto a different... Yeah, I mean, I don't... Just generally speaking so far, the premise of the Phantom Thieves going on a cross-country trip in an RV, this is what I'm on board for. This is an awesome premise, and I can't wait to see how this goes. But the actual overarching story so far has not done a lot to impress me. So we'll see. Again, I'm willing to see how it changes and surprises me, but thus far, not been blown away by this one.
And that about sums up Natsume's confession.
So once people friended him through Emma, they'd become his fans.
It's just like what Alice said.
And Natsume's smartphone worked the same as Alice's too. There wasn't anything off about the Emma app or the phone itself.
Oh, and it's not even mentioning, by the way, the whole discovering someone in Metaverse who doesn't know anything about where they came from and wants to find out the truth. Unlike a certain cat we found last... I don't know, there's a lot of parallels that make you scratch your head.
So we got nothing again?
I didn't say that. Just like before, there were traces of someone snooping around in there.
For real?
You're talking about how Alice's smartphone was being monitored by someone, right?
So the same occurred with Natsume's phone as well.
Well, any idea who it is?
Sorry, I got nothing. All I found were traces.
So Alice and Natsume were being watched by someone. Hey, Zenkichi, did the police know about that?
No. The only reason we know this guy exists is because Sakura sifted through Alice's smartphone.
So aside from the fact that they both used Emma, this mystery observer is the only thing linking Alice and Natsume together.
You mean to tell me that there's also a mysterious, cloaked, shadowy figure in the distance who might end up being someone that we already know? Such as, for instance, the person we met in the shop earlier who was like, oh, we're so happy and friendly, come by the university, we'll help you anytime. And there'll be that, or someone like her that maybe we haven't met yet, but that it'll be someone of that caliber. In fact, while we're at it, let's go ahead and call now that actually the palace after Haru's palace, or the jail, we could have called him palace. The palace after Haru's palace will be the one where Zenkichi gets involved somehow. I don't know if it's going to be because Zenkichi's working for the police will want to arrest us for doing mean things, and then we have to infiltrate the jail of the person who wants to arrest us, because that was Sei's palace last time. Whether it'll be Zenkichi Palace or one of his superiors or someone related to him, I don't know. And then, how many palaces are in this game? I don't know. But whatever the last one will have something that will be Sophia's time to shine, where she may... They might go the route of Sophia meets with her creator and it's like, you are my creator, or you are my created, succumb to my demands. And then she's like, no, I'm my own thing now, or whatever. I don't know, I'm just seeing a lot of... There's a lot of beats in this game so far that are very, very similar to how they played out in Persona 5. And I'm questioning how it's going to... I don't know. We'll see.
Well, these are some very peculiar cases. But mainly, it boils down to the nature of the crimes and the timing.
The timing?
All of the change of heart incidents occurred at roughly the same time, that being within the last 3 months. Didn't I tell you?
3 months ago is around when Emma was released.
Oh,
well,
is it
Emma
now?
is being used to perpetrate the crimes, so that makes sense.
Maybe. This seems like it'd be pretty difficult for a third party to pull off.
That company putting that thing out is suspicious as all hell. What are they called again? Madams?
Madis. Well, at least you got the mad part.
For what it's worth, I'm investigating on that front as well. Still, we're talking about a major corporation operating on a global scale. You can't just walk in and start poking around without reason.
You haven't found anything suspicious yet?
Not yet, no. At least, nothing's come up from checking the individuals involved. If our mystery observer was connected to Madis, though, then we'd have grounds to conduct an investigation. Do you think there's someone pulling the strings in this case?
We don't know for sure yet. The incidents are similar, but they could just as easily be unrelated.
Guess we'll have to see if the other incidents have any overlap as well. That's one of the basic rules of investigation. Find what the incidents do and don't have in common, then start narrowing things down. For now, looking into the other incidents is our best bet at scoring a lead.
This is true. We'll have to do what we can for the time being.
And if we look into the other jails and their monarchs, we might learn something new.
Then, if we're all done here, I'm heading to Sapporo to see what I can find at our next target. We'll rendezvous on the 8th. I'll contact you the day of.
3 days. Should be an easy trip with a car.
No need to rush. The target's not even in Japan until then. Oh, right. Wasn't there a festival happening around here soon? Sendai's famous for its Tanabata festivals. Lots of good food lined up, too. Or so I hear.
Yes, I did see decorations being put up here and there.
Anyway, I'll see you in 3 days. Don't forget.
I guess he wants us to rest up while we can.
Gramps is actually a pretty considerate guy, huh?
Well, since we're here, should we put on yukata and go to the festival?
Yukata. I can't help but think of our disastrous fireworks festival last year when we got rained on.
That's why we're gonna do it right this time. Besides, we didn't have Futaba or Haru with us back then.
Count me in! Going to a festival in a yukata sounds wonderful.
This time, instead of getting rained on, we'll get the flood or perhaps a hurricane for extra damage.
Then we got a plan. Sophia, find us a shop that sells yukata.
I've got 4 hits. Allow me to direct you.
Okay, I guess we're doing a sequel to last time.
As one might expect from Sendai's Tanabata Festival. It's quite lively here.
Apparently, the locals call it Tanabata-san, and it's said to have originated from back in Date Masamune's time.
Hey, that's the dude from the statue, huh?
He is not a dude. He is Lord Date Masamune, the one-eyed dragon of Ocean.
Jeez, what are you, his retainer or something?
Oh, there are so many booths. It's hard to pick what to see first. What do you think?
Oh, want to make a competition out of it? I'm a pretty good shot, you know.
You seem more like the brute force type, Ryuji. I think you should stick to melee weapons.
I don't think we're on the same page here. Speaking of which, ain't those guys here yet?
It takes time for a lady to get ready. They're not unrefined apes like the rest of you.
Who are you calling an ape? You're the unrefined one, you furball.
Well, this furball's got claws, bonehead!
Sorry for the wait.
Lady Han, you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks, Morgana.
Sorry, tying the obi took quite some time.
Why is this just... Yeah, have I mentioned how much I hate Joker's dialogue options consistently?
Right. This outfit was made to be worn during the summer, and it matches the festival atmosphere perfectly.
Absolutely picturesque. You've brought us a much-needed air of refinement.
Yeah, according to someone, we're about as unrefined as it gets.
Wow, Ryuji, that looks really good on you. Even better than your school uniform.
You don't gotta try and make me feel better.
You made a good choice with that mask, though. Yellow's a good match for this season. I bought a water balloon myself. You gotta get one when you go to a festival.
So, basically, don't piss off Futaba.
No, isn't that called a water yo-yo?
Wait a sec. I thought it was yo-yo.
Because if you piss her off, she'll douse you in water.
No, it's a water balloon.
I guess it's because she wasn't here for last year when we got rained on, so she has to make up for it this time with extra water.
What do you call it?
Yeah, I knew it. I mean, it's only a little bit, but there's still some water inside.
Looks like everyone's having a good time. We should have a little fun ourselves. Why don't we check out the food stands and get something to eat?
Sure. I was starting to get hungry since everything smells so good.
Look, they've got all the staples. Yakisoba, yakitori, shaved ice. They've even got cognac skewers. Those are huge in Tohoku.
What are we waiting for? Charge!
Come on, we should get going too. I'm starving.
Hell yeah! Let's start from one end and get one of everything.
It feels as if we're forgetting the spirit of Tanabata. Though I have no objections.
I want to see more of the festival too. Show me how to catch goldfish.
Wrong person to ask for that. Okay. I had fun with everyone at the festival. Probably need to upgrade my bond points. I mean, use my bond points for something. We got some, may as well make good use of them. Once we get the chance, eventually.
That was so good.
Cognac skewers, ishinomaki yakisoba, Zunda cider. We basically ate our way through Sendai.
And it was amazing. Gotta hand it to old man Masamune. He is one cool dude.
That's Lord to you. Did I do it right, Yusuke?
Am I that predictable?
Catching goldfish seems difficult. Is there some sort of secret to catching one?
Try to stay calm, then strike without hesitation. Trick is to catch them once you've read their movements.
Wow, that's impressive, Mako-chan. I see. We'll get it next time. You're getting a call from Zenkichi.
Yo, you guys having fun?
We are.
Oh yeah? Good to hear. Listen, I wanted to ask you guys a favor.
Weren't you just whining about working with us earlier, and now you can't pick a lane? Either get used to working with us, meaning things roll by our standards, or leave and then whine about us all you want. You can't do both. You can't beg to work with us and then complain about everything we do all the time. You pick a lane and stick to it.
Investigating in Sapporo, but before you leave Sendai, I'd like you to stop by Toho University.
Admittedly, the name of the university has escaped me, but is that by chance the university of the person that we met at the shop earlier when we first arrived in town? Would that by chance be the university you want us to go to?
Tomorrow, there's going to be a session at the Mount Alba campus. The CEO of Medice is holding a lecture there. I'm still looking into them at the moment, but the more info we have, the better. I'd like you to attend the lecture in my place. I'm glad you get it. And just so we're clear, don't draw any unnecessary attention to yourselves. Just go and see if the CEO says anything strange.
Drawing unnecessary attention is something the Phantom Thieves are exceptionally skilled at.
His name is Akira Konoe. If he looks like a capable CEO, I'll give him that. Anyway, I'm gonna be counting on you kids. And again, try not to get carried away, alright?
So what did he want?
I told everyone about Zenkichi's call.
Get this straight. This guy's running the company that made Emma?
This might be a good opportunity to learn something new.
I suppose we'll find out at the lecture tomorrow morning.
Guess break time's over. Time to get back to work.
Oh, also the parallel of instead of I'm gonna go ahead and guess that in some capacity there's some corrupt politician involved somehow, just like there was last time. And instead of using the metaverse
As you all know, life is just an ongoing.
No, you just look evil. No, like you just look evil. I'm sorry, there's no two ways around it. That is textbook character design for evil. That's no, I don't even bother. But instead of using the metaverse to corrupt people and get your way in the political world, you're using Emma this time. Ugh.
What's for breakfast? What should I wear today? Every day begins with these insignificant little dilemmas. But then there comes a time to decide your field of study, your place of employment, who you're going to marry. And it's these choices that matter. Yes, people are always looking for the best choice or the correct answer. Medice seeks to provide it for everyone through the power of AI. Emma is a state-of-the-art AI designed to integrate itself into our everyday lives. By gathering and analyzing extraordinary amounts of data with perfect precision, Emma can help everyone make the best choices.
Because there's no such thing as any dystopian stories where things like this go horribly wrong all the time.
Capable CEO seems pretty spot on.
That is not the vibe I get from him.
So composed. He's practically overflowing with confidence.
Everything about him looks evil.
Outlook and principles. He's got everyone's attention.
You're right. He's not saying anything particularly suspicious, though.
Really? Are you sure about that? How about the part where he said that Emma can help everyone make the best choices? That doesn't ring any alarm bells? Integrating itself into our everyday lives like an AI that's gonna essentially run your life for you? No one's got any... No? Okay, alright. Moving on then.
To Emma, Medice's stocks have shot way up. You can bet they're one of Japan's biggest enterprises right now. That said, I feel like a company with this much going for it wouldn't have much to gain from changing people's hearts.
Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that Emma is still a key factor in the jails. It's through Emma that people are allowed access.
Right. Medice is connected to all of this one way or another, be it directly or indirectly.
Hey, do you think there's a real culprit behind all of this? Like, some kind of mastermind?
No.
I think so too. Even if we beat the monarchs, change their hearts, and free everyone's desires, the jails don't disappear. There's gotta be something keeping them here.
So you're saying the real culprit's the one doing that?
Could it possibly be the incredibly evil-looking person sitting right down there? Could it possibly be him? Do you guys think that it might be? Well, actually, no. It's thinking about it, it's probably he's too obvious to be the because in Persona 5 Royal you had Shido, who was the big bad, but then the ultimate big bad at the end of the game ended up being Maruki, who was the person that they wanted you to think was so happy and confident. Isn't he so great at his job? He's just the bestest guy ever. You should go see Maruki and entrust him with all your deepest, darkest secrets here so he can inevitably turn them against you one day. Thanks, you're so great. And then he ended up being the final bad. So, is it... we don't really know anything about these guys yet to make a definitive judgment. I mean, he's still evil, to be clear. He's definitely still evil. I think he'll be our Shido for the game. And it might be too early to call whether, because I don't trust that woman we met at the shop who was like, "Hey, you kids in high school? I work at the university. You should stop by whenever you want." I don't trust that at all. So I'm guessing this will be our fake villain, and that guy she'll be the real villain. However that ends up manifesting itself.
I don't know. But do you remember how even the monarchs themselves didn't know much about Emma?
That's right. Alice and Natsume said the same things in their testimonies.
And if that's the case, then the monarchs might not be the only ones manipulating Emma.
Which means it could be someone at Medivh. Or our mystery observer.
Or our head honcho down there.
Or perhaps someone completely different.
Yeah, well, we just gotta stick to what Gramps was telling us, right? All we can do is keep solving cases and collect more info. As long as the Phantom Thieves of Hearts do what they do best, we'll set this shit straight.
Wow, Ryuji. That was pretty insightful. I'm surprised.
He's right. And in that sense, attending this lecture is a valuable use of our time. Let's make sure we pay attention all the way to the end.
Yo, how long was I out? So, what did the dude say?
Can I smack you?
Yes.
Well, he didn't exactly say anything out of the ordinary. Then again, I wouldn't expect him to trip up that easily.
Well, I'm starving, so maybe we should just head back? That guy was talking for friggin' ever.
Hey guys, that stuff you said earlier, was all of that true?
There's the name. Her. That's the name. Ichinose. That's the one.
Are you really the Phantom Thieves of Hearts?
I don't trust you. No. You misunderstand. I don't trust you.
You're the woman from the Beef Tongue restaurant. Oh, Ichinose-san, right?
You heard all that? Well, the thing is, I'm really good at picking up when a cat meows. Honestly, I found that way more interesting than Konoe's lecture.
Mona! Me? But you guys are the ones she overheard.
The hell are we gonna do?
We should run.
Whoa, stop. It's all right. This place will be closing up soon. Let's talk more outside.
No, how about we not? How about we don't? Let's not. Let's do anything else. I don't think it's possible to express just how little I trust this person. Just her general demeanor.
Oh, to think you guys are the famous Phantom Thieves. Come on now, don't try to hide it. When you guys mentioned Alice and Natsume, I imagine you were referring to Alice Hiragi and Ango Natsume from the press conferences, yes? Is it safe to assume those were your doing? Oh, and what was that about Emma giving people access to jails? Oh, is that related to everyone's hearts getting changed?
She heard everything.
Can we ask what you're doing here, Ichinose-san?
Oh, I told you at the Beef Tongue place, didn't I? I'm a researcher at the university.
Oh, that's right.
I'm also the one who designed the base for Emma.
You made the base?
Does she seem... I think what's throwing me off about her is she's almost too enthusiastic. Like, she's so extravagant and out there and holy zippy, I'm a peppy person. You should be totally on board with me because I'm just so energetic and awesome. Come to my university. We're free snacks for everyone. It's like no one. Do you see other people? No one acts like this. No human is. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's someone, but even the most bubbly, energetic, optimistic people are not constant. They're not like cartoon characters where they're really overly exaggerated with their movements and their facial expressions all the time. That's not how this. You don't. I mean, it's well. I mean, it's two things. It's that, but it's also the fact that she's just. How pushy she was with, hey, you guys high school students? Oh yeah, you in high school? Well, guess what? I have a university over here. It's like either You're either asking me for creepy reasons, or you're asking me because you need more people at university. Either way, please piss off. Signed, the Phantom Thieves. Except we're not the Phantom Thieves.
I specialize in the research and development of artificial intelligence.
Well, she doesn't sound real. Right? She doesn't sound like she's just talking normally. I cannot put my finger on it. There's just something about it that feels off.
He definitely didn't hear about that.
You like, compare Ann's dialogue to her dialogue. And it's not the voice actors, because we learned last time that the person who voices voices her is Kira Buckland, and that's the same person who voices Trucy Wright in Spirit of Justice. So we know that the voice actress is capable of sounding natural and genuine with her performance. So it's not the voice actress screwing up, and I doubt it's the voice director, because everyone else sounds normal. I could just be my I combine mind and brain. Could be my mind playing tricks on me, but I cannot put my finger on what it is. She just doesn't sound. I don't trust her. I don't know what to say. I don't trust her.
Around the time I finished developing Emma, Medivh came to me with an offer to buy it.
Like, I know I'm
pretty tight on money at the time, so I went ahead and sold it.
I know I'm beating a dead horse here, and I might not be expressing myself well, but doesn't she just sound fake? She sounds like she's reading off a script and trying to be overly energetic and optimistic to try to be as overly peppy as possible, instead of just saying, like, the way she said it was, I was actually pretty tight on money at the time, so I went ahead and sold it, as opposed to just saying, I was actually pretty tight on money at the time, so yeah, I just went ahead and sold it. Like, saying that like a normal person,
Is this lady for real?
Don't.
By the way, that's why Medivh is participating in the lecture today. Well, to be more accurate, the university asked me to reach out to them. I certainly didn't expect the CEO himself to show up, though. I only got invited because of my little connection with the company. Anyhow, yeah, that's how I ended up being there to overhear everything.
It's almost like every single word she says has some kind of inflection to it. Like, she puts some sort of emphasis on every single syllable that leaves her mouth.
So you're Emma's creator, and Medivh is simply the ones running it?
Oh, well, they're definitely the ones running it, but I can't say for sure if that's all they've been doing. I just designed the base. Who knows what Medivh did once I sold it to them?
It's weird. It's weird.
Right? Naturally. It's like my baby, you know. And at the risk of tooting my own horn, it's a really good baby.
Stop. I don't like it. It's not. No, it's not real.
Never would have expected this turn of events.
Don't wave at us. Don't you wave at us.
Do you think she's telling the truth about designing Emma?
I do think it's impressive that the CEO of Medivh came to personally give a lecture. If she's the one who made it happen, doesn't that mean she has a lot of influence?
Wait, did I miss? Hold on. Did I miss something in the conversation? I think I. She's. Oh. They're the ones running it. She designed the base. Oh. 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 Okay. So that. Oh, okay. There we go. That's the piece I was missing. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay, I get it now. I missed that. I was so focused on the inflection in her voice, I wasn't actually paying attention to the words. Now I get it. Now I get it. Okay. Now it makes sense. So, she's the one who made Emma. She's the person who made the Emma app that is responsible for everything that's going wrong. Okay. So, now I understand why I don't trust her, because A, she made Emma, so this is her fault. B, that could explain why everything she says is so overly exaggerated and it doesn't sound like she's talking naturally. Because, so Sophia's purpose, is it Sophia or Sophie? I don't know, you know what I mean. Her purpose is to be humanity's companion, right? And to learn about the human heart. So, if that's... So Sophia is... Okay. To explain it's going to be really tough. So, my theory here is that the reason why she's acting so eccentric and putting inflection on every word is to come off as normal. As in, to trick the world into thinking, yeah, I'm a normal person. I feel the emotions, like you two feel the emotions. But in actuality, she doesn't have... She doesn't have the ability to feel, like, it's kind of like a Phantom situation from Dual Destinies, where she doesn't actually have the ability to feel emotions. So then she tried to create an AI. Either she tried to create an AI that would help her feel emotions, as in Sophia's goal was to learn about the human heart, so that her name, Ichinose, could then in turn use the knowledge to try to feel more emotions herself, or she tried to create an AI that, to prove to people that if she made an AI that was like a living, breathing, functional, emotional human being, then she'd be like, see, I made this. And that, you know what? That's what she was locked away. That's what she was locked away, because she failed. Sophia failed. Sophia, don't turn off. Sophia was a failure because her intent was to make an AI to prove that she knows how to make. That's why Emma has no personality. Because Sophia was trapped, like locked away in that little box thing in the metaverse, which is a byproduct of what you not the metaverse. You can only reach that jail land via accessing it through the Emma application, and Emma is an AI. So Sophia is more like Cortana in that she is a breathing, living human personality who can talk and interact like a real human would, whereas Emma is just like Suri, because she's also voiced by Suri, I believe. So she tried to make Sophia, failed to make something that would actually come off as human, deemed it a failure, I should say, locked it away, and then made another version of it called Emma, and this time she didn't even bother trying to make anything human-like, and just made strictly an emotionless, factual algorithm that ran entirely based with no emotions at all, and that's what she used to propel herself into the spotlight. Cause I cannot explain her personality beyond that. Beyond a desire to try to convince the world that she has more emotion than she's letting on. I don't know how to explain it. And that also seems to line up with what we know about Sophia and Emma, so I guess that's how that's gonna, and so then that goes into what I was talking about earlier, where the final confrontation is going to be, the final palace is Sophia confronts, her palace will be the last thing where we meet up, where we go into Ichinose's palace or whatever, and then Sophia has a talk with her creator, and all that happens, and it'll be so splendid and all that. So, that's probably where we're going here. That would make a lot of sense.
It's true. And let's not forget the university asked her to attend the lecture.
What should we do? She could probably tell us a lot about Emma.
Yes, she probably could.
Who we are now. What do you think?
Well, now I want to know as much as possible about her, so...
I guess it's too late to cover this up.
Then we may as well go all in and find out what we can. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
It's settled then. We'll tell her everything.
Maybe don't do it in broad daylight. There's an RV right there. Just go into the RV. Why are we doing this in broad daylight? Why are we doing this?
It's kind of hard to believe, huh?
Hey, what if we just show her, like we did with Senkichi?
Did you mention the part where we fought a god? Did you mention that part?
It really does exist! I mean, how else could you explain all this?
Yeah, see what I mean? That's not natural.
This is the entry point here, huh? No, that's... If I consider the possibilities...
It makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense now.
Oh, you have no idea how fascinating this is! What an incredible development!
My thoughts after figuring out the thing in the last section.
Well, at least we don't gotta go through the trouble of convincing.
It's gonna be really awkward if we find out that it's just the voice director screwing up with this character or something lame like that. But the pieces seem to line up for this one.
Ichinose-san, do you have any idea why Emma is serving as an entry point to the jails?
Oh, no, couldn't tell you. I'm surprised this other world even exists. There's no way I could have thought of a way to get in if I didn't even know it existed to begin with.
Yeah, that figures. Wait, so that means that function was added later?
A world where people's desires are stolen and their hearts are changed. So many questions. Oh, wait. Maybe I should be heartbroken here. My baby is being used for evil after all.
That's exactly what's happening. She can't feel emotions, so she's trying to figure out how to, Oh, that's exactly what this is. That is exactly what this is.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Super Phantom Thiefy. I'd be glad to help however I can. And I can't say I don't feel kind of responsible for all of this. More than anything, though, I think I'd die of curiosity if I didn't get involved.
It makes so much sense.
Look into. Say the word, and I'm on it.
With the context of how her actual, of what we think is going on with her, that her dialogue makes so much sense now.
Right. Well, for starters, we'd like you to find whatever you can about Emma's current state. Maybe try and figure out how it's different from the base you created.
I see. Basically, you'd like to know the secret behind this new version of Emma. And if someone's responsible, you want to know who.
Oh, hey, we found some of those mystery junk parts out there, didn't we? Maybe if she takes a look at them, we'll learn more about that world.
Ooh, so you're gonna give me a bunch of neat stuff to analyze? Yes, that's excellent. Just wonderful. In fact, I'll even buy them from you as research materials.
Well, if this is going to be a deal, then we'll need to provide something as well.
Nonsense. It's fine just the way it is. My inner researcher is just squealing with delight. So, what do you say we seal the deal? Okay, looking forward to it.
Oh, yo, if she specializes in AI, maybe we should ask about Sophia, yeah?
Huh? Sophia.
Hi, I'm Sophia, Humanity's companion. It's nice to meet you, Ichinose.
Nah, you've met her before.
This is Sophia? Huh. It's nice to meet you too.
No, I don't buy that. No.
Oh, it's just that I've got so much on my mind right now. I guess even I'm a little confused.
Yeah, because you thought she was locked away.
Met in the metaverse. Is there anything you can tell us about her?
Well, sure.
Say I know anything about her. Think you could send me her code later?
No, that's no, that's not happening. You're gonna delete her off the internet. No.
Oh, sure.
No, just no.
Here, I'll give you my contact information.
Rip it up. Throw it in the sewers.
Well then, I'm excited to see how this all develops. See you around.
Okay, my interest has been piqued. I mean, the thing is, it's still gonna end up following the same general beat of...
Well, there she goes.
I'm almost positive that the plot's gonna follow a similar beats to the first one, because that seems to be how this is shaping up. But that storyline right there has my interest.
Would have been nice if she'd known something about Sophia.
Oh, don't, come
As
on.
long as I can stay useful to you guys.
Guess that takes care of that.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot after all that's just happened, but we're heading to Sapporo next, right?
Yeah, we should get going. Zenkichi's waiting for us in Hokkaido.
Hell yeah! Hokkaido, here we come!
Hey!
Okay, and once you choose to go to the next city, you will be unable to return to the city you're currently in. Make sure to buy limited items to take care of business only done in the city. Unlike the cities in the real world, you can visit past... okay, cool. Yeah, so... Wow, what now? Heyo! Can I borrow you? There's something I want to do before we go. I shall await you at the entrance of the Mount Oba Park Shrine. Sure, I'll hang out with Futaba, but not today. Today we're gonna end the video right here. Wow. That was an episode. So we finished the Natsume jail arc, fought the boss, then we had a little adventure with Zenkichi and the opera house, the CEO with a lecture, and we met Ichinose again, where we might have discovered the truth behind Sophia and Emma and her motivations and her personality. That was one humdinger of an episode, so we'll see how, now, after the game plan for tomorrow is going to be to hang out with Futaba and move to the next city, and while I still have my concern about the overall plot of this game, I'm certainly interested to see where things go with Ichinose. So that'll be for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Strikers. Goodbye.